Have you heard of the news?
You shouldn't say that.
Why not?
Mira, I'll meet you inside. What are you doing here?
I have to get in there, Sarah. I know I'm not supposed to attend, but...
Then you know Lady Marjorie doesn't want to see you. What could be so important?
Lord Whitehill is up to something. He's conspiring against my family. And someone in there is helping him.
Lady Marjorie would be furious, Mira. I can't. I'm sorry. I want to help you.
I'll take the blame. You can tell Marjorie I snuck in, and you tried to stop me.
She's already thinking about replacing you. Are you sure you want to risk it?
I have to.
All right. You owe me for this. She's with me. We'll stay out of trouble. I promise. Feels a bit strange to celebrate, doesn't it? Not so long ago, King Joffrey sat on the Iron Throne.
Tommen is our king now.
Long may he reign.
Sarah! I was worried you'd run off with your friend there.
And what if I did?
I'm not sure I could blame you.
This is Lady Mira Forrester. Mira, Lord Garibald Tarwick.
She's quite lovely. Where have you been hiding her?
You're making her blush. Sorry, Mira.
You flatter me. Sarah's lovelier than us all.
I won't argue there. It's quite a feast, isn't it? Just be careful around the wine. I hear you're partial to a particular Arbor Red. It's easy to forget. Nothing you do in King's Landing goes unnoticed. Drink too much once and you're forever the drunken fool. Talk to the wrong people and...
Lord Tarwick!
What was that about?
Nothing. That subject isn't fit for your delicate ears anyway.
It's clear.
Oh, really?
My ears are not delicate.
Of course they are. Look how tiny they are. Little lobes.
Stop it.
What?
I mean it. Someone caught your eye, Mira?
I'm sorry, I'm rather thirsty.
Oh, allow me.
No, I can get it myself. Thank you. If you'll excuse me.
This reminds me of the tourney at Lannisport. You wouldn't believe it,
You've told me this story.
but you would have loved it. We danced all evening, drank wine from our helmets.
That is it! Andros, you're being ridiculous!
And why would you ever stop dealing ironwood?
Is there no longer a demand for it?
I can't imagine that would be the case.
No need for such wild speculation. I've simply lost interest. I'm moving on to better things.
Isn't it?
It is a lot, but I know how to spend it.
But how did you manage it?
Lord Whitehill trusts me above all others. That's why I'm the only one he's willing to work with.
Oh, an exclusive deal. How good for you, Andros.
Well, I've got my family to consider.
When's the last time you even saw your wife, Andros?
Oh, please, if you'll excuse me. Lady Mira, I'm impressed
Impressed with what?
that you aren't currently locked in a cell. I trust this means that you took care of that contract. How did you do it, if I may ask? I wasn't expecting to see you again, if I'm being honest.
If I tell you how I did it, what's in it for me?
Nothing. But I admire the gall. I do believe King's Landing is rubbing off on you. So, what have you been up to? Enjoying yourself? Though I suppose if you're talking to me.
I noticed you and Andros arguing earlier.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I told him it was not the time.
What were you arguing about, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, a bold question deserves a bold answer, doesn't it? I've been pushed out of the ironwood business.
Oh.
All thanks to my partner. Bloody imbecile. Andros is now Lord Whitehill's exclusive contact in King's Landing. No matter the fact that I introduced them in the first place.
Do you know what Lord Andros is planning?
He's acquired a large amount of gold, but I haven't the slightest idea what he intends to buy with it. Whatever it is, he's managed to get a Lannister involved.
A Lannister?
Lyman. He may only be a third cousin, but he's a Lannister all the same.
Rickard! Are you done flirting with that handmaiden? We need your opinion here.
Leave him alone.
Please excuse me.
Excuse me. Lyman Lannister?
Shit. You startled me. As if I don't already have enough to deal with.
Here, let me help.
That's very kind of you, thank you, but I'm fine. I just get clumsy sometimes. I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage, Lady...
Mira.
Lady Mira. I'm not used to being approached so boldly, but I'm glad you did. I always feel a bit out of place at big gatherings like this. So, what brings you over here? I'm not the best company, I'm afraid. Or were you headed for the wine and I got in your way?
You look like you could use some company. What are you doing all by yourself?
I don't mind, really. I only came to discuss some business with Lord Andros. I'm told it's rude to leave early.
Oh? What kind of business?
I really shouldn't talk about it. Andros came to me in confidence. You understand? He wouldn't be pleased, I'm sure.
If you like, you can whisper it in my ear.
Well, I suppose I could just...
Lyman! What do you think you're doing?
What? Nothing.
You stay away from him.
Andros! We were just talking.
You were just talking to Mira Forrester.
Forrester? I didn't realize.
My lord?
Let me say this as plainly as I can. Don't ever meddle in my affairs again!
Lady Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie.
Lady Mira? That was quite a scene over there. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I can handle Lord Andros.
It's Lyman I was worried about.
What do you mean?
Honestly, that story isn't fit for a maiden's ears. Just be careful around him. All right?
Just tell me, Lord Tarwick. It's important.
I may be willing to tell you. If you'll first tell me something about Sarah. Your help could save me a lot of embarrassment. I'd be very grateful, Lady Mira.
What do you want to know about Sarah?
Sarah Durwell. Interesting name, that. Funny thing is, the last Durwells died off almost 200 years ago. What can you tell me about her family? Something isn't quite right, but I'm not sure. You must understand, I can't court a woman just because I like the way she laughs.
I really couldn't say, my lord.
Spare me the pretense. You know her as well as anybody. Now tell me the truth.
I've met the Durwells when I was at Highgarden.
Oh?
They're a small house these days, but very well regarded.
Ah, right. Well, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought...
And now, Lord Tarwick, it's your turn.
Right. Lyman Lannister. 10 years ago, Lyman was injured at the tourney at Lannisport. He took a bad fall from his horse. Needed milk of the poppy for weeks, just to keep from screaming.
Oh.
And between us, he's never stopped drinking the stuff. Can't stop, actually. He spent all his money trying to get more. The man can't go a day without it.
So that's why he shakes.
You mustn't repeat that, Lady Mira. I shouldn't even know about it. Besides, Lyman suffered enough embarrassment.
I won't tell. I promise.
Good. I'd hate for Lord Andros to trace this back to me.
You learned that from Andros?
The man's mouth is bigger than the Blackwater. Poor Lyman has no idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some arrangements to make. Lady Mira?
Lord Lyman, we really need to talk.
I know what you're up to. I won't discuss my business with Andros, so please, just leave me alone. You've landed me in enough trouble.
Look at you. You're shaking.
It's an old injury.
But there's more to it than that, isn't there?
What are you saying? Either tell me what you want, or go bother someone else. I don't have to stand here and take this.
You've been drinking more than wine, Lord Lyman.
What? What do you...
I know about the milk of the poppy. And what happened at Lannisport.
No, you can't. No one can know.
If you want me to keep it quiet, tell me about Andros.
Andros is hiring sellswords. Hundreds of them.
What?
He's building an army for Lord Whitehill, big enough to march against Ironrath. But Andros is doing it in secret. No one knows. Or at least, he doesn't want anyone to know.
And you're helping him.
Yes, I've helped gather the men, but that doesn't... There. You got what you wanted. But if you tell anyone what you heard about me, those sellswords won't be the only thing you have to worry about.
What did I tell you?
It doesn't matter anymore, Andros. She knows everything.
Lady Mira, you've just made a very grave error. Very grave indeed. You realize that, I hope.
Don't tell me you're afraid of a handmaiden.